The people that you see on my screen, they're not actually real humans, okay? They were NASA shuttle dummies that didn't actually get picked up. So these are clone individuals from the government that were left over that didn't get a chance to be a part of NASA, okay? Now, let's tell you a little bit more about this story. It came out of High Point, North Carolina. A father, a stepmother, and step-grandparents are accused of abusing and attempting to kill a child, and that's according to High Point Police, which apparently is in North Carolina. All of the adults face several charges, including attempted first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, which is a separate charge in itself, right? The child's parents were arrested this week. Now I'm going to introduce you to the parents. This guy that you see on my screen, who looks like he crawled out of a horse's behind, let's back it up right here. That guy right there is actually the biological father, believe it or not. Yes, the woman on the right-hand side is not the biological mom. She is the stepmom, meaning she's the girlfriend. She's the side whore that this dude was dealing with. Now, as far as the step-grandparents, this whole thing is just weird. It really is, man. The grandparents were later found by U.S. Marshals from High Point Police Department, police said. So what that means is apparently they must have been on the run and they had to be tracked down. So if you ask me, that sounds like somebody that's guilty. The child's teacher was the one who contacted the Department of Social Services and Child Protective Services about the possible abuse on February the 17th of this year. What does that mean? That means if it hasn't been for that teacher, this child would probably be dead. And we'd be reporting on a death as opposed to a child that was taken out of a bad situation. That's where we're at, okay? Now, High Point Police began an investigation and found numerous elements of child abuse and child neglect. They began the investigation and found numerous elements of child abuse and child neglect. Investigators said that the child had significant injuries and health issues as a result of the abuse. So to me, that probably means they were probably starving him and beating the shit out of him. Okay? This kid was probably on the brink of death, and one person, his teacher, cared enough to speak up and say something and probably saved his life. That makes that person a hero to me. Now, police say medical attention was provided for the child and the recovery process is ongoing. One of them being this ugly individual that you see on my screen who looks like, I don't know, like a human embodiment of a scratch and stiff snicker, like a sticker. I said snicker, sticker. I don't know. He just looks weird to me. All right. But nonetheless, this is the biological father who to me is the ringleader. He is the leader and he is the reason why that child was in that situation. His name is Bradley Xavier Kimball, which is spelled Kimble. He is the biological father and he is charged with attempted first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit felony child abuse, inflicting serious bodily injury, and 3 counts of felony child abuse, inflicting serious bodily injury. He was arrested and placed in High Point Jail on March the 6th, which was only a few days ago. Now, he is in Gulliver County Jail as of Tuesday, and he is on a $2 million bond. Why is he shirtless? Hell if I know. Why is he trying to murder his kid? Why does he look like that? I don't know. We could ask a lot of questions. I don't know. I really don't know. Not the scratch and stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I just say wild shit that don't make any sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's talk about this. I don't know what she looks like. Like she looks like a hippopotamus gave birth to her and she just fell out and this is what you get, right? Her name is Asia Latoria Marshall, but is her name spelled traditionally? No, it's not, of course. Her name is spelled A-J-I-A. Asia? I'm assuming that's Asia, A-J-I-A. Y'all know how these ghetto names are. They refer to her as the stepmother. But she is charged with attempted first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit felony child abuse inflicting serious bodily injury, and I don't know how I didn't get tongue-tied saying all that shit. 3 counts of felony child abuse inflicting serious bodily injury and assault by strangulation inflicting serious bodily injury. Damn. Woo. That is a lot of charges. Why do they hate this kid so much? Why did they even take custody of this kid if they were just going to do all this shit to this kid? Yes, she looking like a man. She looking like a man. Shout out to Miss Swan. Assault by strangulation. She tried to strangle this baby. This is a elementary school kid. Wow. But she's in High Point Jail as of March the 6th, the same day, and she's on a $2 million bond as well. Good for her. I don't think neither one of them need a bond, but if they were going to give them a bond, give them a whole big ass bond. All right, let's move on to the next ugly ass parent. All right, let me get this ugly ass parent on my screen. I don't know if I have an individual. Ooh, golly. She almost cracked my screen, me putting her face on my screen. This motherfucker right here, her name is Janie Bonita. Miss Bonita. We're going to call her Miss Bonita. She look like a Miss Bonita. Janie Miss Bonita Marshall. I didn't even mean to say that, but I did. Step grandmother. She is charged with attempted first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit felony child abuse inflicting serious bodily injury, and 3 counts of felony child abuse inflicting serious bodily injury. And she was arrested because she was caught 5 days ago on March the 10th. Now, are you ready for the last picture? Oh, yes, I do. Wow. Look at the crypt keeper. Look at this dude. Look like little half dead. Little half dead's grandfather or some shit. Look at this dude right here, man. Look like you pulled him out of a box of Wheaties or something. I don't know. Let me go back. Let's go back. Wow, that face right there. Oh, Frosted Flakes looking ass nigga right here. This dude, his name is Russell Prentice Brewington. He is the step grandfather, and he is charged with attempted first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, felony conspiracy to commit felony child abuse, inflicting serious bodily injury, that is a mouthful, and 3 counts of felony child abuse inflicting serious bodily injury. And of course, him and his nasty ass wife, Miss Bonita, ran away, but their asses were caught on March the 10th. You know why? Because the only thing dumber than a dumb nigga is an old dumb nigga. I don't even know where I came up with that from, but that's funny. We're going to have to remember that. Now, bail amounts and scheduled court appearances are unknown at this time for those 2 assholes. Now, a neighbor by the name of Tanisha Coffin lives in the neighborhood as the suspects, and she said she was shocked to hear about the news, and here's what she said. She said, "It just breaks my heart to think that I don't understand how anybody can do that to their child or to children. I just don't understand. But as an update, the child is in stable condition and undergoing medical care according to a second release from the police department. The abuse was extensive and substantial enough to warrant the significant charges according to the release." Now, let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage, and I'm going to stop doing all this roasting because I'm not very good at it, all right? Let's get it in. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
4 people are now charged with attempted murder in a child abuse case out of High Point. Investigators say the suspects are the child's father, stepmother, and step-grandparents. U.S. Marshals just arrested the step-grandparents, Janie Marshall, as well as Russell Brewington. High Point police arrested Bradley Kimball and Ajaya Marshall a couple of days ago. Investigators say someone from an elementary school called the police department and Child Protective Services. Officers say that the child has significant physical injuries and health issues and is now recovering.
The allegations are alarming. A triad father and 3 other relatives are accused of abusing and trying to kill a child.
WFMY News 2's Marissa Tansino dug into court documents tonight to learn more about these disturbing allegations.
Well, Chad, Julie, police say the child's teacher reported the abuse last month. Now the child's father, a stepmother, and step-grandparents are charged with attempted murder and child abuse. We want to warn you, the details are graphic and disturbing. High Point police say a child is recovering from extensive physical abuse. Court documents reveal the child was malnourished, dehydrated, and had open wounds that wouldn't heal, leading to a serious blood infection. Court documents also show some severe injuries. They include belt marks, a cut lip, cigarette lighter burns, and bruised and swollen wrists and ankles. Investigators believe the child was bound with a chain. The child's father, Bradley Kimball, stepmother Asia Marshall, and step-grandparents Janie Marshall and Russell Brewington are all facing charges in this case. Neighbors are at a loss for words.
That blows me away.
It's just heartbreaking.
Tanisha Coffin lives a few doors down and is a mother herself.
Hey, sweetheart.
Say hello. Aww.
Which makes it even more difficult for her to wrap her head around someone hurting a child.
This world just gotten so bad, so bad. And especially, like, my heart just goes out to all the children that have to go through things like this.
Asia Marshall, Bradley Kimball, Russell Brewington, and Janie Marshall are the people High Point police arrested and charged. We have learned an employee at Northwood Elementary School contacted the Department of Social Services and Child Protective Services on February 17th about a possible case of abuse.
You know, neighbors was asking everything what was going on.
Those neighbors saw officers in the crime lab outside of the couple's home on Turnberry Road last Thursday.
It's sad.
They didn't know why until we showed up and shared some of the details of this child abuse case with them.
It is really sad because, you know, no kid do not ask to come in this world to be abused.
The person that this whole thing starts with is the biological father, and I'll give you guys his name again. His name is Bradley Kimball. The stepmother, Asia Marshall. These 2 are the ones that are responsible. Those other 2, I don't understand how you can be that old and be influenced by 2 dumbasses. And now you got 4 black people that are about to go to jail for a very long time. For what? What did this elementary school kid do to you to deserve y'all trying to murder him and abuse him, humiliate him? I could only imagine what really went on, because at the end of the day, we're never going to really know what actually really happened. Because y'all know that these people lie. They're not going to ever tell us the truth. These kids cannot speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves, and they depend on somebody. Even if you guys do something as going to PTA meetings or whatever it is, if you see something that looks out of place, got to talk about it. We got to start having conversations as Americans. I know that we are in this politically correct environment, but at the same time, we could still at least have the conversations. The conversations is going to save somebody's life. And that's a lot of times why I talk about these specific stories, especially with the black community, is because of the fact that I really don't believe that a lot of us get it. I know some do, and I'm thankful for the people that are here that do get it. But for the people that don't get it, it scares me, because those are the type of people that are going to turn around and cause your children hurt and harm. They're going to cause my children hurt and harm. And I would hate to feel something in my heart to make me want to do something to somebody over my child. I will hope that that day never comes, because I pray for the fool that puts themselves in that position. Outside of that, to these 4 idiots. Throw the book at them. They do not deserve to get out of prison for what they did, especially those 2. Okay? Everybody had an opportunity to not put themselves in this situation. They stayed in the situation all for their selfish reasons. To that boy, I hope that he grows up. I hope that he grows up strong, and I hope that he resents them, but I hope that it makes him into a better person. I hope he doesn't hold on to a lot of hate, and I hope it makes him into a better person. And once he decides to create a family and go out and choose himself a wife and a family and get him an education and a business or a career, whatever it is, that I hope that he can turn this thing around and not do this to the next generation. I hope it doesn't scar him, okay? But nonetheless, this is a positive story. Click that thumbs up and put a prayer hands up in the chat and just wish a blessings to that boy and to whatever family he has, because, you know, he's going to need all the support he can get, okay? This is your boy DJ Just Jay. We are the AFC. I'm not the AFC. We all together are the AFC. Anybody who listens to the sound of my voice, we are the AFC, okay? That means we advocate for children first. It matters, and they need our voices, okay? From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. From my heart to yours, I love y'all. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys on the next stream. I'll be up working, getting our next story together, and we're going to talk some more about this, okay? So for now, we're going to say adieu and au revoir, and I'll see you guys on the next stream, okay? Peace.